Yeah, we've got a pretty exciting 2019 coming up. We're going to be drilling our cobalt discovery in Nova Scotia, probably in late April or in May. And we're looking to confirm, a bulk sample that was sort of very exciting. Up to 0.1% cobalt and 25% iron. So like $60, $70 rock current pricing. So because it's cobalt with iron, we did a mag and IP survey to identify to see if there's scale. Looks like there's 100 million tons there, so we got to drill some holes through that, confirm the consistency of the grade, and if that bears out, then we'll have a top 10 cobalt exploration play in the world, and that'll be a transformational event for the company. So that's number one on the list. Later in the summer, we'll be drilling a very exciting copper gold porphyry in Chile. So a couple of big exploration plays, and that's what we got coming in the 2019. I know myself as an investor, I tend to look at the company's expenses relative to drilling. You only make real progress in mining if you're drilling. And if you're burning all your money on expenses and not getting any drilling, then you're not really going to create value for shareholders. So that's a metric I look at personally. So that's one I watch. I think what's unusual for an early stage exploration company such as CMX is that we have a royalty. A very significant, substantial royalty that should come in play in the next 2 to 5 years. We sold a project to Teck for $3 million US and a 3% royalty. That project is now part of the QB portfolio. Teck just sold Sumitomo 30% interest for $1.2 billion, and they're developing QB2 into a massive new mine in Chile. It's been permitted fully, and they'll be turning the spade on that pretty quickly. So we expect we could learn when we'll fit in the production cycle there in the next 6 to 9 months, and that would be a transformational event for the company. So not many juniors have such a significant royalty. That royalty could generate $8, $10, $12 million a year. So our market cap's $2, so that's pretty exciting, pretty differentiating. Wow, it's a tough market. I mean, there's no sugarcoating it. There's some structural issues with our financing market in Canada, and I would say make sure you have a very patient and strong core group of shareholders to start with, and make sure you have a couple of year path to live and to not dilute your shareholders. Otherwise you're going to get savaged. Again, I'd like to say something rosy and cheery, but the reality is not that way. Some years back, I think 2007, we dropped a 120-year-old rule called no shorting on unless it was on an uptick. That rule was changed, and that basically has led to the disaster that is the Canadian junior mining sector right now in terms of financing. It took out experts that used to be able to bankroll a company through an exploration cycle. And we need to sort that out, because until we fix that problem, I don't think there's a lot of money going to come into the mining sector.